Breaking news. The Los Angeles Chargers have just made a move that could reshape their defense, and barely anyone's talking about it. But we are, because this change, it's bigger than it looks, and it's exactly what this team needed. Let's get into it. The Chargers quietly signed veteran cornerback Donte Jackson, and trust me, this is no small signing. Jackson is a tough, experienced defender who brings grit and leadership to the secondary. He's not a flashy name anymore, but make no mistake, he's the kind of player who wins you games. At 29 years old, Jackson is still fast, still physical, and most importantly, he's reliable. In nearly every season of his career, he suited up for double-digit games. Last year, he missed just one. That consistency? That's gold for a Chargers defense that's been battling injuries for years. He spent last season with the Steelers, and while Pittsburgh had a rocky year, their defensive culture is no joke. Jackson brings that toughness with him to LA, and Coach Harbaugh knows exactly how to use a player like that. But before we get to the latest Chargers updates, take one quick second, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and smash that bell icon so you don't miss a single move this team makes. Now, back to the news. With Donte Jackson in the mix, the Chargers are building a defense that's not just better, but smarter. It's one of those moves that doesn't get headlines until it wins you a key game late in the season. And that, folks, is why you don't sleep on this team. Donte Jackson isn't just a nice addition, he's a weapon. This guy has made a habit of creating chaos on the field, year after year. Interceptions? He's always there. He's had seasons with 4, 3, even 5 picks. Only once in his career did he go without one. That's not luck. That's skill and instincts. Tackles? He's flying into the backfield. We're talking 30, 40, 50, even 61 tackles in a season. He hits hard, he wraps up, he finishes plays. He's also forced fumbles, grabbed a few sacks, and disrupted opposing quarterbacks without needing the spotlight. That's the kind of presence this Chargers defense needs. And the best part? He fits right in. Jackson is a plug-and-play starter. No guessing, no waiting. You line him up, and he goes to work. Plus, the Chargers already have talent ready to rotate in. Guys like Cam Hart and Terup still can move around, outside, nickel, wherever you need them. But having Donte as your starting corner, that's a huge win. No questions asked. And don't forget who else is on this defense. You've got the monster edge rusher Khalil Mack. You've got the fast, smart linebacker Daiyan Henley. And of course, the heart of it all, Derwin James, one of the best safeties in the N. In fact, a recent article named them the defensive triplets. And for good reason. The Chargers went from one of the worst defenses in 2023 to one of the best. Last season, they allowed just 18 points per game. That's elite. And now, with Jackson in the mix, this unit isn't slowing down. They're gearing up to dominate. Veteran safety. Derwin James is already a proven star, no doubt about it. He's in his 8th season, and he still plays with the fire of a rookie and the wisdom of a vet. Now picture this. You line him up next to a fresh, hungry corner like Donte Jackson, and suddenly the Chargers' secondary looks dangerous. Even if the defense takes a small step back, say they allow 22 points a game instead of 18, they're still going to be a top-tier unit, and that's only one side of the ball. Because let's be real, this offense is loaded compared to last season. The weapons they've added? Way more explosive, way more reliable, and way more exciting. But let's swing back to the defense for a second, because the depth is getting better too. They've added Kyle Kennard, the SEC Defensive Player of the Year. That's no small title. This guy can rush, tackle, and cause real problems in the backfield. Then there's Deshaun Hand. He's bounced around a bit, but that's not always a bad thing. Hand's the kind of player who can quietly give you solid snaps without a ton of risk. He's not flashy, but he knows how to get the job done. So now you've got a mix of experienced guys and younger talent. R.J. Mickens, Benjamin St-Juste. Names you might not hear every day, but guys who bring depth and potential. This isn't just a defense that wants to hold the line. It's a group being built to attack, adapt, and grow. And when that clicks, you're not just watching a good defense anymore. You're watching a Chargers defense ready to shock the league. Let's be honest, the Chargers aren't just improving, they're building something dangerous. Defensively, the energy is high. Veteran linebacker Bud Dupree was re-signed. Maybe surprising to some, but it shows the team wants toughness and experience on the field. Dupree isn't here to take up space. He's here to hit people and help this team win. But what makes this offseason really exciting is how balanced it looks. The Chargers didn't just stop at defense, they're coming at you from both sides of the ball. Young wideouts like Trey Harris and Keandre Lambert-Smith are stepping up, making noise in camp, and showing they belong. Pair that with a solid running back group, and suddenly, this offense has real firepower. Now look at the schedule. The opening stretch? It's a serious test. Kansas City, Las Vegas, Denver, 3 divisional matchups right out of the gate. These are the kinds of games that define your season early. Then come New York and Washington, teams the Chargers should be able to beat if they stay focused. These first 5 games, they're the measuring stick. They'll show us exactly where this team stands under Jim Harbaugh's leadership. Because here's the truth. In this league, momentum matters. And if you can stack some early wins, you head into the bye week with confidence and control. And for the Chargers this year, it's simple. Win the division or go home. This year, it's all about one thing for the Chargers. Win the division, lock in a home playoff game, and make a run. And let's be real. When you stack up the AFC West, the Chargers absolutely have a shot. Denver? Still searching for answers. Vegas? They've upgraded, sure, but LA has more firepower and better balance on both sides of the ball. Yes, the Raiders have a solid coach now. Yes, they've added a capable quarterback. But if the Chargers play to their potential, they're the better team. Period. The only real roadblock? Kansas City. And that's what makes this season so exciting. It's not about avoiding the Chiefs. It's about proving you can beat them when it counts. By the time the Chargers hit their Week 12 bye, they'll have 11 games behind them. Win 7 or 8 of those, and you're right in the mix. Very possible. Very real. But the real pressure comes in the back half of the schedule. Games against Dallas, Kansas City, and Denver. Those are the matchups that define champions. If you believe this team can take the division, that's where you prove it. On the road, under the lights, against playoff-level opponents. And that's the fun of it. This year isn't about rebuilding. It's about stepping up and finishing the job. Dante Jackson? He's just one piece. A smart, veteran piece that adds stability. But it's the full roster, the full energy, and the full fight that will tell the real story. Training camp is almost here, and with it, the answers we've been waiting for. If you're a true NFL fan and want to stay updated with daily news, trade rumors, and all the latest buzz around the league, then make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We bring you breaking news, expert analysis, and in-depth coverage so you never miss a single update about your favorite teams and players. And here's the most important part. Don't forget to press the bell icon. That way, you'll be the first to know whenever we drop a new video. Stay ahead of the game and be part of our growing community of passionate NFL fans. Let's talk football.